Pura vida. This is a common salutation you will hear in Costa Rica, meaning the pure life. It can mean a number of things. Hello, goodbye, no worries, I'm doing great. So you might have guessed this is what we're going to be talking about. We'll talk about Costa Rica and how it is so attractive to so many people and why. First, I've been there, so I have a little bit of credibility. I've spent some time there, researched it on our online library, and we're going to talk about first the general information, second the culture, and third we're going to talk a little bit about the Tico life, which is Costa Rican life. I'll begin by saying that they have a very diverse landscape and climate. They're very known for tropical climates, their rich landscapes, and biodiversity. If you're not sure where it's located, you've got Nicaragua in Central America and Panama at the bottom of Central America. Costa Rica is going to be right in the middle. It's about the size of West Virginia and is home to about 4.8 million people. Now 50% of this land is actually going to be forest, and it's all different types of forests, and we'll get to that next. 25% of the country is actually preserved, and in 2007, Costa Rica announced that they were going to be the first country to become carbon neutral by 2021. Now you'll see, if you ever go there, that they will have cloud forests, which are going to be higher in the mountains, and the clouds are almost constantly there. That's going to be a little bit cooler. They'll have rainforest, coastal lowlands, and about 200 miles of beaches and rivers. So lots of room to play if you're going to go hang out and vacation there. Now you'll see that they've got two seasons, wet and dry season. Wet season's going to be like May to November. Your dry season's going to be December through April. Even though it rains all year long, they still have wet and dry. It just doesn't rain as much some parts of the year. Now, San Jose is the capital. It's going to be located in the Central Valley Highlands, which is a little bit north and in the mountains a little bit. Their average temp is going to be about 67 degrees all year long. Your coastal lowlands are going to be a little hot, humid. Their average temp is going to be about 81 degrees. That's kind of where I stayed when I went. You'll also have frequent earthquakes, a little bit of volcanoes, but nothing crazy, not worse than the US, I would say. The Osa Peninsula is the southwest region of Costa Rica in Guanacaste. That is going to be one of the most biodiverse places in the world. They have they're home to 200 species of birds. You'll see sloth, python, jaguar, you'll see everything. It was incredible. Now, I've told you about the wonderful climate, the beautiful landscape. Now let's talk about the culture. Costa Rica has the highest standard of living in all of Central America. After a civil war in 1948 that killed thousands, they decided we're going to rewrite our constitution. This constitution abolished the military, gave women the right to vote, and it lessened the power of the executives. It also gave benefits for education. So now everybody has the right to an education. Now, according to the Culturegram's website run by ProQuest, Costa Rica has the best urban public school systems, or the best public urban school systems in the Americas, boasting a 98% literacy rate. And since the 1950s, this country has been under democratic rule. It's 4th in the region and 48th in the world for the Human Development Index. Now, this small country is very prosperous. They get most of their income from ecotourism and exports. Ecotourism just means that people travel there and vacation there without harming the environment. Your two main exports are going to be coffee and bananas. You might notice this when you're in the grocery store buying bananas next time. They're one of the number one producers of bananas. Their GDP is going to be 71.2 billion. That's the most recent. And according to the 2009 Worldmark Encyclopedia, Cultures and Daily Life, 24% of that is actually spent on education. So the economy is pretty stable, but what about the people that live there? The Costa Ricans call themselves Ticos. They're very peaceful, they're very family oriented, they despise any sort of violence, aggression, not having a military, you would think they're not going to be that way. Their family, they rely heavily on their family, their extended family, brothers, cousins, uncles, to help them out. more so in the rural areas, but I think the city, they're not as much, but they still are very family oriented, and they often say they don't have friends, they have family, and that's who they hang out with. They're very hospitable, gracious, respectful. They're also very laid back, calm. It's very nice and refreshing compared to the US. Now the Ticos, they're also very social. So they're just like us. They want to eat and hang out with their friends and family. One of the things you'll see often is gallo pinto. That's going to be like white rice, black beans, and an egg. We ate that a lot for breakfast there. Kind of bland, but not bad. You'll see a lot of coffee there, being a major export. They have a lot of coffee. Dark coffee is what they prefer. They take lots of coffee breaks just like we do. They also sit and have extended conversations with their friends and family when they're sitting down, hanging out, having a meal. They just talk about a wide variety of things. Now I could keep going on about how awesome these people are and the country, how beautiful it is, but I do have to wrap it up. I just want to inspire you guys to maybe visit there one day, and I hope that my appreciation and for this country and these people has resonated through me, and I hope that you guys will visit there one day. Thanks.
Yeah.
God